That's what we needed.
Late. Stop pushing it back. Jesus, 9:30. I might not be alive by then. Try to enjoy the podcast at work for any excuse not to. Fucking purple. And then fucking dumbass Ben. All right. It should be up.
Tony's over there doing his nails. They're late again. They're late again.
How does that look right there?
Looks good. I like it. I like it.
All right, we'll give it a second to let people rumble in. Rear end rumble.
Yeah. We'll let y'all haters stroll on in with your nail polish. Did you grab my mail? Yeah, I did. You guys want to see what was sent my way? So, well, first of all, nice little Yoda graffiti. So, gotta love it. Probably one of the better ones. And then
Was that from Blaster?
I don't know where that came from. Purple had it. He sent it to me. We had like some kind of deal we worked out where that was in it. But then this was the trade that we worked, the real part of the trade that we worked, which was
that's fucking nasty.
Nicholas Gribben on the Rex. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so I actually pulled a Sabine off the wall to put that Rex in. So there we are. That's his new home. Living right here with Rook, Sabine, and Ahsoka. Bale will probably get swapped out for somebody pretty soon, but I want to end up doing like the whole thing is going to be like Rebels cast. It won't be necessarily like this one, but it'll probably be this one where it'll be like all Rebels cast over here, and then more like other stuff here. But yeah, crazy, man. Oh, I got to show this off too. Hold on. So we can start off. How did this happen? How did this actually happen, bro?
What?
How did this happen? If you can't tell, this is an autograph. It's darker because the place they put the sticker was darker on this. Maybe kind of a poor design choice, but it also makes sense. It looks better in person. But the freaking Dathomir Red 1 of 5 tops now. I pulled this out of 20.
That's freaking crazy. Out of 20 only is nuts. That's nuts.
Dude. I haven't seen any other autos pulled. Have you?
No, I haven't seen anyone. I've only seen numbered posters and then the super that Toys got.
Yeah. So the two biggest cards we've seen get pulled have been the foil fractor and this one out of that set, which is gnarly. Color matching the red 1 of 5. I know it's not the greatest here, but you guys can kind of see.
Dude, that is like that's a grail right there.
That's a mall grail. Yeah, that's 100% a mall grail. Like, yeah, I was stunned. And it was the last one I opened. I still got to post a video. I haven't had time because I'm working on a top set trying to hit this deadline. So, which they moved it up by a week at the last minute. There's one on eBay, an auto, which
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you could pull that up, that would be cool. Would love to see.
Tops now. Shadow Lord.
I could see this one gymming too.
That's what I was saying. As soon as you pulled it, first thing I said, send to PSA now.
Yeah. Your honest thoughts? You think I should?
It's one of those that it doesn't matter if it's a 10 or not.
Yeah. Well, and I'll be grading both the auto and the card because this is a topic that I actually wanted to talk about.
How does the auto look to you right now? Does it look like it could get a 10?
100%. Yeah.
The reason why I'd say grade it is because it's 5. Anything 5 or lower, it's worth grading, even if it gets a 7, 8, 9, or 10.
I
In my
agree.
opinion.
I actually agree with you on this. And I also think that this actually segues into this like topic of discussion that I've actually been kind of like, I've been nitpicking people grading bigger autos because they'll grade a big auto and just grade the card. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, you're missing an opportunity to tell the whole story of the quality of the card. Because what you have is a beautiful signature that's fully on the sticker, that has no smudges and is perfect. So you have an
Yeah.
opportunity to give it more value by saying, okay, let's just say, for example, you've got a 10 and a 10, right? We talk about the full PSA 20, right? 10 times 10 is 100. So that's a 100 rating for that card. If you get a 9, a mint 9, and you have an auto 10, that's a 90. I'm scoring that in my head because look, the more you have those, the more you're reaching for that 100% on that card, right? So you could have an 8 and a 10, and that's still going to be an 80%, right? That's still going to be an 80 out of 100 for that card. So even if the
Yeah.
card is only an 8 but the auto is a 10, now you've got that 80. So that's kind of the way I'm thinking of it. It's a PSA 18, you know.
I
um
I unfortunately disagree. I don't
okay,
think
what
it's
what are your
important at all
thoughts?
to grade the auto. I just there's no intricate thinking or like some
Mm-hmm.
great answer. I just don't think it matters because it's like it's the grade of the card. Because to me, like I don't care if the auto like how do I say this?
Mm-hmm.
It's super hard to explain. Maybe by next episode I could have an
Okay.
explanation for it. But to me,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the more important it's like I don't care who owned this car. Is the car in good
Mm-hmm.
condition? You get to me.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Like I don't
totally.
care who had this
Mm-hmm.
before me. I don't care if the
Mm-hmm.
person brushed their teeth every day. Is the card in good condition?
Yeah,
Like that's my thing. And like
totally
the
get it.
auto of the card to me doesn't make the card like if you came up to me and said you had two cards,
Mm-hmm.
right? Two Mark Hamill, one was an auto 8 and auto 10. Like and you tried charging more because this was an auto 10, I would laugh at you. Like, all right, dude, get out of my face. That doesn't make sense. Oh, because this eye is more complete than this one is worth like I that to me is what it starts to like
That's what it is,
no.
though. That is what it is, though, because the quality of the signature matters to people who collect autographs.
But
So
at the but my point is at the maybe for a base card we can go for that. But when it gets to like an out of 5, the auto is not the important part. It's out of 5. It's the
okay,
card.
so
It's out of 5.
so so I see what you're saying. Um, I think that there is a weight difference for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Like the card. So you said more important, right? And I agree with that. The card grade is more important than the auto grade. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They're not weighted the same in terms of the value of the card. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Where I disagree is to say that the auto itself and its grade has no value. Um, it does. And, there's a reason whenever I talked to Big Kids Card Cave, when I talked to Mike, shout out Mike, when he told me to grade that Kylo Ren foil fractor that I have, he told me specifically to grade them both because he said big
Yeah.
autos, if you grade them both and they both get 10s, you're looking at a unicorn, and it puts it into a different category. He's
Yeah.
of value is what his opinion was and still is. And I have the same opinion because people that do collect the big autographs, they do want the tighter signature, the better signature for that actor. Also, like sometimes they tend to smudge the autograph like a tiny little bit, and the clarity changes. Also, when the auto exits the
Okay, but
sticker,
you're
if it's a
talking
sticker
about
auto.
just autos in general, like anything that's auto. I'm talking about the out of 5s, the out of 101s and all that. Like to me, the auto, like it's the rarity of the card.
Mm-hmm,
Like it's
mm-hmm.
out of 5. That
Yep.
the auto could be a 1, 3, 5, 10. It doesn't matter. It's out of the card is out of 5. It's an out of
Totally.
5 card. That's the value. You know what I mean? All out of 5s are out of 5. Yes, now when you zoom into each out of 5, you can nitpick and this one's worth more because the auto's better. But at the
Exactly.
end of the day,
Exactly.
the out of 5 is what makes it special.
I agree
I'm
with that.
saying if you
Yeah,
grade that
I'm not in
card,
disagreement.
to
Yeah.
me the auto grade doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's the out of 5 grade that like whatever that card grade is important.
Right. It's
But to
it's
me, it's
definitely
it's out of 5. Yeah.
yeah, no, I mean
If you want to nitpick on autos, that
mhm,
dude,
mhm,
that's on you. But I'm saying when it comes to the card that rare out of 5, 101 out of 10, it doesn't matter
mhm,
what the auto grade is. To me, it's the card. Because that auto
mhm.
is on base cards out of 10s, 50s, 20s, 99s, everything. But it's not on a red card. That red is what makes it special.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yep. I get what you're saying. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think there's some of your personal bias being associated with that as well. But also when you say you zoom in, like people will zoom in, because you have collectors that think differently and you have collectors that want that. Like Purple just said, for example, a PSA 20 is better than a PSA 10. Like people think that way, and maybe it doesn't matter to you and that's fine. Like I totally get that. I understand why it
Yeah.
doesn't. But whenever I'm talking about, for me, when I'm talking about what do I want, how do I want to grade this card, I'm grading both the auto and I'm grading the card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm going to shoot for the 20. Because if it's a mint 9 auto 10, I'm going to be really happy with that. So
Yeah.
Mayhew, sorry. Compare the Mayhew on card beginning and oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, because their autos tell a story over time when they've signed for a
Yeah.
period of time. The Ivana Sakano, for example. I don't know if I'm saying her last name right, to be honest, but or Sakno. Ivana's signature varies quite a lot. She's got I have 4 different autos of hers in my cabinet. They're all slightly different. They have different things. And I think that's fun,
Yeah.
And I think a lot of other auto collectors or collectors of a specific character who signs, they like that as well. But I had it's funny because I had a Gym Mint 10. You were actually there when I bought it. Topps Finest out of 50 Velsartha autograph. And the autograph was just a bit smudged, a little bit smudged. And the card was a Gym Mint 10. And this is, to sort of just to frame the entire idea. I can tell, I'm like, this is why they only graded the card, because they're like, we're not grading the auto. It's not going to do well. We're just going to grade the card. Now, to your benefit in terms of the value of the card, it held the value of the card. I sold it for the top end value of that card, regardless of the fact that the auto wasn't graded, regardless of the fact that if you looked at it really close, it wasn't the best signing of hers, So, but it was also a lower
I
end
don't
card.
understand. So that I don't. I'm so confused. I don't understand what we're talking about. You just agree with me.
100%. I agree with you. Yeah, 100%. I brought up a situation that was to your benefit. Yeah, absolutely. So because
but
I don't
that's
need.
how it is. That's how my point is that when it comes to the rare stuff, that's what it is. Period. That's just how it goes.
So then, why have the option? Why pay more to grade it that way? Why have people, high-end collectors and sellers, suggest that? Why do people like it more when it's got the 20 on it?
That's not what has nothing to do with what I'm trying to say.
Why is the value going up then?
But it has nothing to do with what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
that is irrelevant to my entire point.
So I'm missing your point in its fullness. So
you guys are talking about autos in general. Grading autos, I agree. Grading autos is great. Personally,
okay.
I don't care if an auto's an 8, 9. As long as it's a 10, I'm happy. If it's not a 10, 7, 8, 9 to me is the same. A 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to me is the same. If it's not a 10, it's either perfect or not. That's how I look at auto. So that to get that out of the way. I'm talking about out of fives.
Okay.
The out of five. If you have five cards that have autos on them, right? And all 5 cards, none of them get higher than a 7. You get what I'm saying? There's still extremely rare cards out of 5, regardless of what those autos have.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to grading that Sam Witwer, to my original point, I don't think it matters what the auto gets. I'm more worried about what the card grade gets.
Yeah.
To me, the auto grade in that specific scenario does not matter.
Yeah. And that I get it. I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah. And it is a nuanced conversation. So Aubrey says auto 7 lesser value than auto 10 for me. So, you know, and that's where, you know, like I said, there's a personal difference there. Which
so an auto, so the same card numbered to 99 has a 10 auto is worth more to you than that card out of 5 with the auto PSA 7.
I don't think that's what he's saying.
But that's all
right. Okay. So I don't think that's what he's saying. So let's compare the same cards. So let's talk. I'm gonna speak to the out of 99 card. Okay. Out of 99. Okay. We've got 2 of them side by side. Okay. You've got a PSA 10 card grade, auto 9. Okay, let's actually not make it this close. Let's make it more desperate. Auto 7, auto 10. So one of the cards is a PSA 17. One of the cards is a PSA 20. Which card on the market is worth more? The Gem Mint 10 auto 7 or the Gem Mint 10 auto 10?
Most likely is the auto 10.
Right. And so then let's change that now to out of 5. So now we have 2 of the out of 5s. Okay. Let's just call it the card number 2 and card number 3. Let's call it 2 and 3 out of the print run. So no bookends, just 2 and 3. And you have, or 2 and 4. And you've got Gem Mint 10, same situation, auto 7, auto 10. Which do you think is going to be worth more on the market? They're both out there.
Auto 10.
Probably the auto 10. And that's what I think too. And that's why whenever I go to grade this, that's how I'm going to do it. Now, I understand that to some collectors, that's not going to matter, right? To some collectors, that isn't going to matter. But I think to the general, when you put it on the market, that will actually come into play. But yeah, like Hercules cares more about the card. I care more about the grade of the card too. I think it's weighted way higher. Yeah. But I am like scoring it in my head. You know what I mean? I'm scoring the card in my head and thinking about long-term value and things like that. So a full auto all the way on the sticker is way more desirable, says Benjamin. He also says that auto grading is irrelevant to him. Just get that be authenticated. But what I personally care about is if the auto looks good in general or not. Like 90% of Mace's autos get off of the sticker. Yeah, and that's absolutely. So for a Mace collector, you're looking either for on-card autos or you're looking for his sticker autos where he actually gets on the sticker because he has a big sweeping auto and he just be doing a bunch of them. So he just gets off the sticker a lot, which is definitely unfortunate because I feel the same way as Benjamin. I like when it looks good, you know? So yeah, and I think that's the purpose of grading autos as well, is in the first place, because because some of them would be off the sticker, some of them would get a little smudged, etc. And so PSA was like, well, we should grade the autos. For high-end collectors, it does matter. The common collector won't care as much for auto grade on a base card versus high-end collector wanting a perfect PSA 20 for a high-end out of 5. Yeah, and I mean, I think that is my persuasion as well. I do understand that some people won't care about that, you know, for sure, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll buy a card raw, you know, because I like the card. If I'm collecting, like in my kind of like low end collecting brain, you know, I'm like, but if I was going to make a big purchase on something, yeah, I'd be looking for those crown jewels of the collection. So,
Okay, so then let's say you're hunting a Carrie Fisher out of 5.
mhm.
Specific one from Sapphire, right?
Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah. So you know how extremely hard it is to come by any one of those, right? If
Correct.
you came by one that was graded PSA 10, but the auto was a 3, would you skip it to wait in hopes you somehow find a PSA 10 auto 7 or higher or something?
I would have to it would depend on how it actually looked. If the auto was smudged, I mean, for an auto to get a 3, like I would probably skip it, yeah. Because for me, a Carrie Fisher autograph it's more about the autograph than the card, actually, in that situation. Yes, the card is important, but I want her auto and I want her auto to look pretty. Um, so in this context of this situation, I'm looking for the better rendition of her autograph, but I don't think she has any I've never seen any of her autos that messed up. So um if it was an auto 7 for whatever reason, maybe it exits the sticker a little bit. I'd probably have trouble spending that amount of money on it, to be honest. I might shop around for a little bit. Because I want the clarity of her autograph and I want all points because of the way she signs. I want all points. So,
Yeah.
so I don't think I haven't seen any like that of autos that low. Um, so yeah, I mean, these are good situations to bring up because I think it's fun to thought experiment on it. Like, okay, I've got
Mm-hmm.
$5,000 in my pocket for a Carrie Fisher autograph. Where am I going to put it? You know, I'm gonna honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm looking for a masterwork. Um, that's what I'm hunting is a masterwork Carrie Fisher autograph. I'm not even gonna to mess around with the sticker. I'm looking for the on card for sure in this situation. So, and you know, I've seen several different I've seen several of hers in person, and online and everything, and she's very similar with the way she signs, but there is a rushed one and then there's a slowed down one. I would definitely be looking for that slowed down one. It's just the clarity's better. But if we're talking about another character that maybe I am not dropping as much money on, you know, like a Sabine, for example. Like I've got a few of her autographs. This one, like she signed on comic, and it's kind of whatever. She put it in a really good place. She like put it really nicely. But it's messy, but it's like a full auto. So like I think it's great. Um, I think it's great. But I'm not wigging out over that, either. It's like because I'm not dropping $5,000 on it. So that definitely changes my opinion of like how much money I'm spending, and who it is, and but
Mm-hmm.
what does your Mark Hamill look like?
I have it put away right now, but
Mhm.
it's a 10, so
Yeah.
I guess perfect, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times, I mean, these people are signing so much. Like, Anthony Daniels is a good example. This is you might not be able to see this as well, but I've got two of his. So this is interesting. This is where it gets interesting. I feel like. So I'm curious about what you think about this. So we have the Superfractor on sticker. Okay. And maybe I can actually turn a light here so that you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to turn this down. Do this. Let's see. Yeah. So So we have this one, which is on sticker. If you look at it closely, and maybe I can send you a picture of each after this. You could pull it up. The autos are different in the sense that using different markers and just the situation that he was in, his auto here is definitely shakier, whereas the one that he did on card in person is definitely a better autograph. But this is the higher value card, because it's a super. This is out of 10 and color match, which is cool. So it's unique. What are your thoughts on just these two things? I personally want both in my collection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter as much that this auto to me, and it's all on sticker. I do think the auto would still probably grade well. I'll still probably grade the auto on this one. But this one, in terms of like enjoying the signature, like I like this card better, right? What are your thoughts on that?
What do you mean thoughts exactly?
I mean, what comes to mind there? Like I saw you make an expression. Like I think you have some thoughts on it. Like,
Oh no, I was reading. I was just reading stuff on the side.
no,
No, I mean, yeah.
like which card would you rather have? Let's ask that question first.
The
The
Superfractor,
the Superfractor.
1,000%.
Yeah, for sure.
What
For
can I
sure, the
sell for
super.
more?
Okay, so you're thinking of it in terms of you're in your business mind, of course. I'm gonna send you those.
Yeah.
So I personally would, it's one of those things where like obviously I wanted the super. I love the design of the card. It might be my favorite C3PO super that I've ever seen. Just a personal opinion, just a personal thing. I sent you those pictures in your Instagram, so you could pull those up. But I got this at Star Wars Celebration. Like the color match, the Mustafar Lava is the refractor as well, which is like ties to the Revenge of the Sith anniversary. So like they're both very special cards to me. You know, very very special cards to me. So
Yeah, I would take this one all day.
yeah, for sure. I think most people would. Um, but yeah, it's tricky because thinking about it for myself, I'm like, if I had to keep one, that would be tough for me. It's like because like
That's not a tough choice. It's an easy choice.
well,
Keep the cheaper one.
well, right. So there's the that is an easy choice actually in terms of that mindset because it's like, okay, if I have to keep one and I have to sell one, well, obviously I'm selling the Superfractor, right? And
Yeah.
I'm keeping the cheaper one, and that one's going because this one has more feels around it anyway. This one, the cheaper one, has a better place in my heart because of that. But the super has some of that going on as well because it blossomed into a friendship too that is attached to that card for me. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, if I had to now, a different question is, and this is obviously hypothetical, but like if someone held me at gunpoint and they're like, I'm taking one, you get to keep one, make the choice. It's like it's being stolen, right? What is it? Which one do I give up? I probably in that situation keep the Superfractor because then I could sell it and then go try to make a new situation. And then I end up with none at one point, but it becomes different, right? Depending on what you have to do with it. But yeah, I enjoy having both in the collection. I think they're both really really cool. So Those are two of the grails that probably won't leave. Do you think I
No.
should grade this one?
I don't want to start a whole. I don't know. Do what you do. Do what you guys want to do. I don't know. I don't
Would
know,
you?
man. I don't
Would
know.
you?
I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I'd do. To be honest with you, that shit would have been sold already.
Yeah, that's fair.
That would have been dollar started already.
I mean, it looks like it will gym in every way except for the centering. What do you think?
I'm afraid to say anything. I don't know. The centering looks heavy right, or
Yeah,
I don't know how to say it, but it looks like it's bigger on the right side.
there's more space on the right side. Yeah, I know
I
what you mean.
Now, guys, don't get mad. I would say grade it just because it's a superfractor, and if it gets an 8, 7, doesn't matter. It's the only one. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I
I
would
I
grade it. It gets put into the PSA system. People can look it up. People can. There's an official. You know what I mean? I wouldn't care if it got a 7. If it got a 6, I'd be happy with it.
yeah,
It's a superfractor. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I agree with you actually completely
Yeah.
on this. I do agree. I think that uh I think people are goofy for saying it's a superfractor. You don't need to grade it. Grade it.
I think the
Um,
opposite. Yeah.
I do too. Yeah, I think that big cards should be graded. This is not how sports collectors think at all. And we're modeling the sports card market is a bigger version of what's happening in the entertainment as well. Like it's the same thing. So it makes no sense to be like, well, in Star Wars, like grade the supers, grade the big cards, because you only stand to gain from it, actually. Because people will. It's like again, it's like in the exact reverse. It's a super. People are still going to pay that bottom premium, whatever it is, but they'll be willing to pay more for if it gems. You know, if it gets a 9, they'll be willing to pay more, especially because these big time buyers are coming from the sports collector world. The people that are spending the the 6 figures on a single card, those are sports cards people. Like, you know what I mean? They see a 9 and they go, "Yeah, that's great." You know, so especially on a super, right? Obviously, like with the Stormtrooper Luke rookie card or whatever, it's different. But foil fractors hold that same to the. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same for sure.
Yep.
Absolutely, absolutely. Addict loves the tag cases.
Yeah. Tag's cool.
You like the cases?
I'm still not there with them yet, but they're cool.
That's where I'm at too. That's exactly the thoughts that I have. I'm like, I like what they're doing. I'm not there with them either. You know, yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. So,
Yeah. The only thing Tag has going for them is the design, but
yeah,
even at that, I think it's a design that's gonna need to keep changing in order because that's like a dated design. That's like a modern now type of design versus I think PSA and Beckett kind of have like a timeless that label can kind of go on for another 20, 30 years and it still
yeah,
fits in.
I agree.
Versus Tag in about 10 years, people are gonna be like, fuck, I want to upgrade all my certs, all my which it could be a good thing. You can make a better label. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. My brain just automatically starts thinking 10 years into the future. It's like I don't know how
Yeah,
long that design is going to be cool. That because it's
yeah,
like when you see like a see-through electronic, just automatically you think of like the 90s Game Boys and shit, 2000s and Game Boys. So it's a time stamped design. Yeah.
yeah. I totally get what you're saying. You know, I do like this slab for card stands like this, where with like especially if I was authenticating, I can see the next sketch at the bottom of the next sketch behind it. I kind of enjoy that. Um, there's a few things I enjoy about it. This is the reason I bought this. I bought this not because I'm like super avid in collecting Venom or Marvel, but I like Venom. But this is an old school card. I just really wanted a tag slab in my hands. I wanted to check them out. Um, and yeah, I mean, I vibe with it. I like that it's smooth, like the feel and the it probably is the most enjoyable, like clean kind of design. Um, but yeah, I get what you're saying though, because it's like you know, you feel like it'll have to get updated. I could see that.
Maybe not. It's
Maybe
like I
not.
said, it's all it could be wrong, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
this is an
I
older shirt. Just something if it decides to focus.
nice. I love that card. It's my favorite Slave Leia card. Oh,
It's a
dude,
nice look.
I love your bumper, yo.
Thank you, thank you.
That's uh that's right up my alley, bro. You know my birthday's
Bumpers.
coming up. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind right there for your birthday, dude. Come on.
No
Who
sir.
makes that? Who makes that
The bumper,
the bumper, yeah.
graded guard.
Graded guard.
Yeah,
Sheesh. Yeah, no, I like that, especially for that card. That is like really dope.
yeah. Shout out to Herc. He's the one who suggested it.
That's dope.
It looks dope.
I have one of those that I've been considering sending. It might get a 9 though, which would be fine. For that card. Obviously a 10
Yeah,
would be more
honestly,
ideal,
I'm
but
at a point where I'm even the reflections. I think I'm gonna start letting go of. I'm gonna
mm,
start dumping a lot of my stuff. The only thing I'm keeping is the 3 sign reflections in my Luke to 15, and then the
mhm.
slave lay. I think everything's going. I think I'm done with the modern Star Wars for now.
Are you? As a
Yeah, I think I,
collector. As a
yeah, I
collector.
think I'm
Yeah.
going full load. I'm going full load into vintage
Mhm.
90s Galaxy graded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I picked up 2 sets of 90s Galaxy back here at that Mile High Comics that I'm going to be going through, seeing how everything looks. Obviously, like, you put a lot of cards at risk when you start putting them in these things. But these are complete sets of series 1 and 2. Um, so 93 and 94. And then I've got a couple sealed boxes too. Um, of those because
Yeah.
I love those sets, man. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, what cards? Well, okay, maybe that's like a little too. It Are there cards worth grading in the 93 other than the Slave Leia and the George Lucas?
Uh, right now, what I've been doing is I've been kind of going through the checklist and I've been
Mhm.
finding as many alterations of each card. So there's like stamped promos, there's promos from certain tins, there's European exclusive promos, and there's European exclusive foils and tin exclusive foils. So I've been after all of those. I've
Mhm.
been slowly buying those out on eBay, and then I'm trying to find those all graded and eights or higher, and then that's my first goal. Once that's
Okay.
done, then I'm moving on to all of the classic characters. Not like all the Luke and stuff, but like there's certain like poster cards, art from specific artists from the 90s. I can't name any names off the top of my head. I'm drawing a blank, but I can show you guys pictures once I have them all uploaded and stuff. But there's a lot of little nuances in each Galaxy set,
Mhm.
little cards that like they've done a lot of
Mhm.
reprints. So anything that's been reprinted heavy, like the La
Mhm.
Kurosawa, anything that has like a big
Yeah.
Superfractor, anything, go back, and that's what I'm pretty much going after
Yeah.
because it's the same. And again, I compare this all the time. We are in the 2019 2020 era of Pokemon before the big boom, and
Mhm.
it's the same setup, the same exact everything. Luke is the Charizard, 1977 is the first edition, And then what's going to happen is right now the vintage old stuff is at an all-time low. It's the lowest it's ever going to be for the
It's
next
ever gonna
100
be.
years. Yeah.
Yep.
So right now I'm going to buy as many as I can because that has the most upside, because that's what's going
That's
to go
what.
up first.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
right
I
now,
bought.
because
This
remember the
stuff too.
La
Yeah.
Carousel was sold for 100K, and we were all confused. How does that make sense? What to me, my mind was blown. I was like, what about vintage? And then the next thing was the Luke, and then Luke doubled that 6 months later. So right now, the vintage is what has all the room to grow. Right now, we're priced out of Chrome Black, High Tech, Galaxy 25. All this shit's too expensive. The vintage is cheap. People are going to start buying the vintage once people understand, oh shit, this is harder to grade, this is harder to find, this is harder to pull. That's going to go up, and what's going to happen is that's going to get to a point where it's unobtainably expensive, and then everyone's going to go back to modern, and then it's going to right now modern's going up, it's going to take a fall. Vintage is going to go to the moon. And then once that gets once everyone gets outpriced from vintage, modern is going to go skyrocket again.
Yeah. And we're going to see that happen really quickly. It's not going to happen over a long period of time. Like, we're going to see that like flip flop roller coaster thing happen pretty fast. So yeah, it's going to be cool to watch. But I agree with you. Like right now, like I'm invested in vintage as well. You know, that's why I showed you. Look, I just bought another 1 through 66 plus all the stickers. You know, like I have 2 full sets right now. What do you think about the different like series? So like, what about Series 2, 1977 Series 2 yellow set? When do you think we'll start to see things like that come up?
So
big.
Most of that will be so to be honest with you, I would only worry about Series 1 for A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Empire. That's it. This is the first series for each. I know the Yellow Border Series 2 for New Hope has some Vader cards that do extremely well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
It's a smart thing to do, but the opportunity for the Series 1 is still there. Once that Series 1 opportunity kind of floats away, then I would dive into Series 2, and then that's going to float away, and then you kind of just keep going down the ladder.
But each one will be I mean,
it's not, so we got to be careful because it's not, because it's the same thing as like, oh, people think every Jordan card is $1 million card.
No,
you know what I mean. You can buy a Jordan rookie for a couple $100 in a PSA 3. You get what I'm saying? It's not like the craziest thing. So it's going to be the same thing. I'm not just because you have a million Stormtrooper Lukes doesn't mean they're all going to be $10,000 raw one day. It's not how it works.
Right.
It's all going to be the graded market. So just because you have base cards of 1977 vintage series 1 through 3 stacked to the brim doesn't mean jack shit. What matters is whose first appearance, who's the main characters, and how many of these in the PSA 10 exist. That's pretty much all that matters. Is you can have, like I said, you can have 10 Stormtrooper Lukes. Doesn't mean shit. The PSA right now, PSA 9 is like $7,000, $8,000, or shit. I don't know. I don't even know how much they are anymore. I've stopped keeping track of the market. But it's all about the high end, the highest grade with the least population is what I'm after.
Totally.
So all the 7, 8s, 9s, and 10s in vintage is what I'd be looking for. Not the singles, not the raw, sealed boxes and high graded singles of first appearance characters, main characters: Luke, Vader, Leia, Han, Chewie, R2, C3PO, Old Ben. Certain characters like Jabba, Salacious, Bikram. I wouldn't even put those secondary characters. I put those as C tier, like CD. Secondary characters to me would be like Lando. I'm trying to blank.
I mean,
Lando, Jabba, holy Boba to me is primary character, but you get my point. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I do think they all will go up. It's just a matter of what is going to be the highest, right? Like when we're talking about big numbers, like obviously the Gem Mint 10 stuff is going to be the highest. Like, so one of the reasons we're talking about this too is that the Darth Vader, the highest selling Darth Vader card just went for $206,000. Gem Mint 10, the villainous Darth Vader. Um, yeah, that's pretty cool. It is the, do we have a picture of that we
Yeah.
could pull up? Um, it's Series 1. It is the highest selling Star Wars horizontal configuration card, which I find to be pretty fascinating because there's a lot of times, and my brain does this too sometimes, where it's like, oh, but horizontal cards are less desirable. Well, apparently not, you know, but it just depends. It really just depends, but
But yeah, here it is. Sold for 206,000.
massive.
Yeah, so it's in the title.
How do you think the 50th anniversary is going to affect all of this? You think it's going to pour jet fuel on this vintage?
No. So look, this is my point. Look, you can buy the PSA version, PSA 8 version of that card for $12.50. You
Mm-hmm.
understand the okay, this is why I don't care about reflections. Can you buy a reflection for $700 and sell it in 2 years for $800,000-$900,000? Yes, probably. But this PSA 8 for $12.50 in 5 years will probably be in the 60s to 70s.
Mm-hmm.
If that Vader card ever goes to half a million,
Mm-hmm.
if Luke goes to 1 million and that Vader card goes to half a million, this PSA 8 is going to be $5,000 to $10,000 card,
Yeah.
and it's sitting right now for $12.50. The
Yeah.
market is predicting the future for us, and a lot of us
Yep.
just aren't experienced with cards
Mm-hmm.
enough. That's why Star Wars is in this weird middle phase of like, if someone with money came in and kind of knew what they were doing, they can really fuck our shit up. They can make
mm-hmm.
Star Wars to the moon by tomorrow by spending $1
Mm-hmm.
million really quick. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's why I actually brought up the 50th anniversary because to me, I feel like that it's going to divert some of those eyes that have that money to go, oh, it's the 50th anniversary of Star Wars. Like, because there's going to be so much out there to get the attention of some of the people that could do that. So that's one of the things I'm thinking about as well. I mean, we know it's happening, but I wonder if we're going to get some crazy, because like this year was crazy,
Yeah.
or sorry, like, and I'm not even just thinking of, I'm thinking of the last 12 months, I'm not thinking of just 2025. Um,
It's so
but
this is my prediction, and
mhm,
maybe someone could screen record this, and I could be wrong. But this is my prediction.
mhm,
I think we are a year from the 50th anniversary, right around a year and some change,
mhm,
like literally a few days.
yep,
Uh, it's gonna boom all the way up until then.
yep,
I think that PSA 10 Luke has room to potentially reach 800, 900, and in a fucking wet dream, I'm thinking $1 million card. You know what I mean? But
I
let's
am,
be realistic. I can see this card by the time the 50th anniversary hits, sell for $750,000, $750,000.
yeah,
It's gonna boom. 50th anniversary is gonna happen. It's gonna settle, and then it's just gonna fall, and it's going to do a reset. And when it does the reset is when I advise for
the
everyone to
modern jump back in,
hop
yeah,
back in, because when the reset happens, it resets everything back down, and it has room to grow again. So it's kind of like,
exactly.
I don't know if you look at the charts where it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, but when you zoom out, it's a
It's
steady
yeah,
climb all the way up. So that's what we're going
exactly.
to experience. We're going to experience a crazy boom
Hmm.
because of the 50th, settle, fall after the 50th, and then steady climb for the next 10 years.
Yep.
It's I could be wrong, but I don't
Highly
know.
unlikely. Highly unlikely that you would be wrong about this because I
Yeah.
I see the same thing. And if both of us see the same thing, it's definitely right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this would be a good purchase right here at 1250. Make an offer. You can make an offer.
Well, here, let me show you PSA 9 Luke.
There was a really good question in the chat that from Benjamin that I'd love to pick off of as well. This is definitely not financial advice. Definitely not. But you should
So
probably listen to us.
this was $1,000 card 3 months ago.
The 8,
800 to 1,000.
this PSA 8.
PSA 8. I was shopping
Yeah.
around everywhere. I don't know if you guys remember. I was stressing. I'm like, I'm trying to get into the 8s and 9s, 8s and 9s. I couldn't find any. No one was selling them. 3 months later, 4 months later.
Yep.
So
Lowballing. Yeah, I mean that's a big jump for sure.
So it's, who knows, man. We'll see what happens.
What about 22 Sapphire high graded cards? Do you think that those are worth it too?
To be honest with you, I think Sapphire in the reds, I genuinely, something in my gut is telling me that PSA 10, 22 Sapphire reds are going to be, other than the one of, obviously the 101s, but the reds are going to be insane. And I don't know, let me see if I could find the video so I could play it here. I could show you what the Stormtrooper Luke looks like in a red.
The Steve Aoki video. Yeah.
So guys, the Luke that I have out of 15, there's only 3 graded in a PSA 10. I own one, and Steve Aoki owns the other, one of the other ones. So there's a third. There is a third floating around.
Gotta find it. While you're looking, even the non-Lukes is a kind of a second part of the question. Like, obviously the Luke, but are there any other
I just want to show you the
cards?
Luke because you can see what they look like in the red.
Yeah.
I'm saying any of the any of like the Leia,
any of
Luke,
them. Any of
any of the main characters, any of those
main characters.
first appearance cards in the red. Obviously, the 101s, like we don't even need to talk about that. Those are going to do numbers. But the reds, because the out of 10s are purples. Those are fucking hideous. I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they're.
I
hideous.
like the purples, but that's just because I like purple. But I totally get that the reds are juicier. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the reds are juicier. But I would love to see the full rainbow from the Steve video. We'll find it.
I got it right here.
See, I don't like the safety green, but
so any of these would be good to hold. This card in any numbered to 10. This obviously.
I like the orange.
So
orange, the gold,
right,
yeah. The yellow, the gold is just, yeah. But
this
I do like
disgusting to me.
I personally like it. But I get why you don't like it. I totally get it.
But next to this,
but the red is really, really nice. Yeah.
Come on, next to the red. Like if you had to
like
pick
the red
more.
more. No, I picked the red. I like the red more for sure, but I like the purple more than all of the others except for the gold. I like the gold and the red the most. The others, like, I like, out of all the others, I would choose the blue over some of them just with the look of it, you know. But the purple, I like.
The classic blue.
The blue is awesome.
Pick up some of these. Okay, so Steve Aoki is a veteran. He's a really good at card collecting. He's been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah,
and I can't explain how perfect he follows the same guidelines that I have in my head. So if you look at his collection, he just doesn't have. There's not a single auto. He's not showing off a single auto in this collection. There's a reason.
Yep.
because these are rarer than any of those autos and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at these kind of collections, these are the big ones. So it's all big characters.
Yep.
So these are all the class. Like it doesn't get better than this when it comes to like a Vader Galaxy 22 card. That's it right there.
Right, because that's the 93 Galaxy image in the Chrome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the Superfractor version of the vintage.
Exactly.
So that's just you get what I'm going.
I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah,
we're piecing it all together.
Yeah, I'm there for sure. Yeah,
because a lot of people ask me like, "Oh, how do you know what to collect?" So it goes. It's like it's hard to explain, but I guess watch the podcast, right?
We are doing our best to explain a lot of different complex ideas. You know that we're trying to break up piece by piece and show you guys. We're still learning too. Like we're still, and I think that's a big part of it, is that there are things we understand and are trying to put into words, and there are things that we are learning simultaneously and witnessing. You know, because like last year at the National, you know, when we were on the ground floor with the Kurosawa Superfractor sale, that blew our minds. You know what I mean? And that changed the way that we thought about a lot of things. And it's funny because, you know, BP and I were together a lot on the floor where we were hunting Stormtrooper Luke autos, you know, as well. So that, and I remember you wrestling with that for a while, you know, and you knew something then, but the Kurosawa threw you for a loop, you know?
Yeah, I remember I was stressing out the whole week, and I was like, I think I need to get a Luke. I need to get a Luke before it goes up. I need to get a Luke. I need to get a Luke. And then the Kurosawa was sold for 100 grand. I was like, was I wrong?
Right.
I was like, did I not? Like, what happened? And then
boom. So yeah, it's all gonna matter. All the fun, good stuff is going to matter later on down the road because the market is all going up. With, you know, it's like obviously there's the crown jewels of Star Wars collecting, and it's what these are the crown jewels. Surely
look,
there's value in other stuff, but
if someone had the money and was like, "Yo, what's a good card to buy right now?" Just put it away. Don't think about it for a while. I would literally send him this link. Buy this.
Yeah, 100%.
Farm Boy Luke Gem Mint 10, 1 out of 5 on the red, 2022 Sapphire.
Ooh.
Put that in the vault. Don't think about it for 10. I'm not saying this is going to be $1 million card. $1,400. Talk to me when it's $3 grand, $4 grand. You get what I'm saying?
Like, I'm sitting here considering it right now.
These are the type of cards you buy and put away.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's definitely a good. Okay, so that is a great question, and I had the same question when it comes to a few different things. What are some of the other really desirable cards in this set and in 22 Sapphire? Like obviously like this is the most, but like what are the other ones? Obviously the Vader we just learned. What are the other ones? And this was the question that I had, and you just started answering it here. How do you feel about the Han Solo?
I'll show you right now. I will show you right now.
Because I was considering having my Han Solo signed by Harrison Ford when I get the next opportunity, and slapping it up and having that same thing. Because this card in particular says Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, and it also says Harrison Ford as Han Solo, and so I'm like, these are the perfect two to have autographed as well as secondaries from the Stormtrooper Luke, because it lists the actor on the front of the card, so, and it has good space for it. Yeah, that one. Card 43.
100%. I can't find the page that shows all of the first. I think I just found it. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, there you go. Obi-Wan. That's the Obi-Wan card.
Okay, so first appearances right here. So R2 and C-3PO with the original way it's spelling, the way George spelled it before marketing got in the way. C-3PO and R2-D2.
Yeah.
Alec Guinness, obviously.
Yep.
Han, first appearance Han, first appearance Leia,
Leia,
first
of
appearance
course.
Luke, and there's a couple more. But if you're talking, if you're okay, battle packs, I want to start collecting 1977 vintage. Where do I start? This is where you start.
100%.
I would find all these in the PSA 5 and then move to 6s.
Or
Maybe
if you can
sell some of the
find,
5. Yeah.
well, I was going to say also, if you can find a really, really clean copies for yourself and you think that they can grade, in that 5 to 7 range too, because I have
Yeah.
some that I'm like, I'm grading these for sure. Cause I have
Yeah.
one set that I spent $500 on for the whole set. And there's definitely a few of those first appearance cards in there that I'm like, I'm grading these for sure. Um,
Yeah.
so that's where grading starts to really freaking matter, is with some of that stuff, which I totally agree with what you're saying earlier. But yeah, Luke prepares to swing across the chasm. Absolutely. What about the Moff Tarkin card? What about the Tarkin?
Which one's that one?
It's like a portrait of him, and it's like one of those like classic portraits.
I would stay personally. Personally,
Mm-hmm.
I would stay away from stuff like that. Now, if you are a Star Wars lover and you just want to catch them all,
Mm-hmm.
do what you want. But to me, this is not like Tarkin. Look, Tarkin is a great.
Yeah.
What are we talking here? That's what
Mm-hmm.
I. Let's set the
Yeah.
limits, the boundary.
Yeah.
What are we
Yeah.
talking? Are we talking about
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my god, Star Wars is my favorite movie. I love this shit. I buy all the
Mm-hmm.
Funko Pops. I watch all the cartoons. I eat all the cereal. I just want to spend money. Or are we talking about like, yo, I need to like put my money into something that's gonna ROI? Like, what are we
Mm-hmm.
thinking?
Yeah. 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 Okay.
You
So
know what I'm
here's a
saying?
yeah, absolutely. Here's a question I have. I have in looking through my collection, what do I grade? What do I even take the time to grade out of the two sets that I have? Well, obviously, I'm going to look at the main ones first. Then I'm going to go into other categories and I'm going to filter down, because I don't want to grade the whole all of them, right? Like, necessarily, do I?
I wouldn't
Right.
grade any of them.
You wouldn't grade any of the cards that
Nah,
I have. If keep
hell
them
no.
raw, keep them all raw.
Most of them, yeah. Unless you have some like sentimental connection with one. I don't know.
Well, no, I just think that some of them are going to do well, and that for me, instead of trying to go out and buy the slabs, like, I can easily try to get the good grades based on what I already have.
You're gonna get a bunch of 3, 4s, and 5s. If you're okay with that, that's what you want. Then that. But you can buy a 5 for $20 or grade it for 40. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that to be a dick. Literally, right now, I can go on YouTube and show you countless people
Mm-hmm.
who, before the big boom on the 77 shit, would buy
Mm-hmm.
fresh boxes of like fresh sealed
Mm-hmm.
boxes, open every pack with gloves, and send every card to PSA.
Mm-hmm.
And the highest grade he'd get is a 6.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if that's box fresh, the
Yeah. Yeah.
highest
Yeah.
grade he could get is 6. And you got these things in
That's
a little tin. You know what I
yep.
mean? Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm talking. I'm not even talking about that. The one that I just purchased, the cheap purchase. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the other set that I got. But yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from, and this is important for people. Like, this is important for you to speak on, because that experience is good in terms of you seeing that having been done.
But that's also
Seeing,
known. That's just a general rule with PSA when it comes to vintage.
mm-hmm,
There, it could look like a 10, and you'll get a 6 on it. They're gonna
mm-hmm,
protect. Like right now, for a Luke to get a PSA 10, you might have to be Donald Trump, and you get what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
they're not just gonna give a Luke a PSA 10. And again, if you want to look at, and my
Even if you
favorite thing
think
to
that it
do,
is, even if you think that, even if it
it's
is,
vintage.
like, let's just say that it is.
There has to be a good reason for them to give it a 10, and it's not because of the condition. It's because it's
Right.
going to move the market. It's going to make a big player in
Right.
the game happy.
Yeah.
That's going to you get
This
what
is
I'm
this.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah. This is why I'm
It's
drawing this out of you.
yeah.
Yes. I
It's
want
the
you to say this
same
for people like,
thing you can look at with the Charizard. It's
yep.
the same thing. There's only a certain amount of PSA 10s, and once the big boom happened, everyone and the mother sent in their Charizard, and not a single person, I'm telling you right now, maybe one out of the 2 million people who sent them in got a PSA 10. And you know who it was? Logan Paul.
So it's rigged. It's
So it's not
rigged.
that it's rigged. I'm
It's
just like,
rigged.
it's like the same guy who
Yeah.
was a part of the reason it boomed is getting taken care of with the people who are in control of
Right.
the boom, because they profit off
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
They sell the FOMO.
Yeah.
Everyone tries to they profit off of us trying to achieve that FOMO. That I don't want to get into this whole thing, but
No. This is good. This is good. I
it's
want you to.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
I wouldn't give PSA $32 to grade vintage when I can buy this card right now for $30 in a PSA 5. Guaranteed. I don't have to risk it. I don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, if you're just the guy that snorts Kyber crystal all day, then yeah, you could probably send whatever you want.
That's funny. What are you saying? I can't believe that you just ousted me like that on the podcast. No, I totally get what you're saying, and this is why I was asking, because it's like, okay, you know what? It's like I have all this stuff, and I'm not just talking about myself. I'm putting myself in like I'm some collector out there. What do I decide to put together in a package? Like I'm gonna do my PSA thing. I'm gonna do the membership. I'm gonna send in a bulk a load of cards. I'm gonna pay $25 per card to grade. What do I send for my budget here of sending these cards in? What's gonna matter and what's not. Obviously, I'm gonna grade some stuff for sentimentality and preservation. What do I send otherwise? Because I got to pick through some stuff, So
yeah. Well, before, I mean, if you just go on eBay and kind of just do some typing.
But yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I have another question about 22 Sapphire, and then some other questions like grading stickers, because you sent a vintage sticker to be graded, yeah. But they ruined it, so that sucks. How do you feel about do you think that the stickers are liable to do better or the same versus like, the classic, like individual, like high-end vintage cards?
It's just fodder. It's just junk to me. I don't know. They're not, again, you're asking me, you know what I mean? There's probably some dude out there who really loves the stickers, but when it comes to value and grading and all that, like I don't know. I don't see stickers being any form of importance unless the fucking market gets that insane that we're now praising stickers, and I don't.
Well, I see that the raising tide is going to raise all ships, right? So like even the so let's just talk about maybe we're talking about a collector who is not able to get into the red out of 5 Sapphire Gem Mint 10 Luke. We're talking about a collector who maybe can be playing with $100 or $25, and I want to turn $25 into a couple hundred, and they're playing like down here. Like we're gonna see everything go up, right? Generally speaking, because you're gonna have a lot of lower level. I mean, the majority of collectors out there are lower level, right? In terms of the financial aspect of the hobby. So it's like, okay, I'm a 3PO collector. I want that 1977 3PO sticker, and I'd love to have it slabbed up or whatever. Addict says, I hope so. I have a bunch of ROTJ vintage stickers. Base autos should be sticker. Oh, that's something different. You went back. I'm talking about like this card right here. Like we're talking about like these guys. Like this is the reprint of the 3PO. This is the 99 Archives Chrome version, you know. And yeah, man. I pulled one of these for someone and they sent it to PSA and it gemmed. So that was pretty cool. To have that go down. But like this one, I'm not gonna send this to PSA at all because one of the corners is scuffed. So I'm just gonna keep it on the display because it it's fine. But what about 22 Sapphire? Is it worth buying some sealed, putting it back, and ripping some, hoping to get some of the key cards and grade those? Like at its price point right now, do you think it's worth ripping some, hoping to hit some of those things and grade those?
No.
Okay.
No, I do not. Unless you are going for something big, like a Leia, a Luke, or something.
Right.
No, I don't. No.
So if you want to,
I am all for grading, but I am not. I am when someone asks me, should I grade this? 8 out of 10 times, I'm going to say no.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
8 out of 10 times, I'm going to say no because. And again, and like if you are that person that has this card you really like, and you have that inner burning desire that I just need to grade something, I need to send something to PSA and get sent back, and I need to see what it is, then get it out of your system. Go for it.
Yep.
But if you're trying to invest, you're trying to multiply, you're trying to, there's smarter ways to spend your money.
That's what I wanted you to say. Yeah, that's what I wanted you to say. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I was getting at, and I'm really glad you said that. Because it's such like what we're talking about is so nuanced. Like when I pulled the mall, you were like, send it to PSA like right away, you know what I mean? And so but that's a different perspective, from what we're talking about over here. So yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that. Well, I agree because you can buy directly into the slabs and you can just wait on them, or you can turn them over pretty quickly. There's both that can happen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but
yeah,
if someone was like, "Hey, I have $300. What can I do?" There and then it's like. There's two things my brain automatically goes to. Buy a box of 22 Sapphire and just hold it as long as you possibly could. Or buy a box of 25 Galaxy, hold it to the end of the year, sell that for $600 to some streamer, and then buy something else and then just keep cycling it that way. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I would do. I wouldn't buy singles. I wouldn't buy cards. I wouldn't buy. Right now, dude, no cards are going up. There's no cards. No cards are going up. Everything is going down to a certain degree. Sealed, though, it's going up every fucking day, dude.
I know.
Every fucking day.
I know, it's crazy. That's why I was kind of sticking stuff back. I've only got one. I might as well just stash it away,
Well, I mean, dude, it's doubled in the last 3 months.
I bet that box, it will take a while for that box to be up super high, but yeah.
I don't see a reason for that box to go up any higher.
I don't either.
That's the only reason why it'd go up.
I know.
Supply and demand reasons, not because it's a hot set.
Exactly.
Not only that, 80% of the supers have been pulled.
Is that true?
No, I'm just
You're just messing around. Yeah. No way. um, so okay. So my idea, I had a good idea when I put away the sealed boxes that I put away, which was 93
Yeah.
Galaxy, 94 Galaxy, 22 Sapphire, and Clone Wars Series 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see because it's hard. And it's one of those situations. I wish we did this podcast back then. But I used to warn. I used to have long-winded discussions about this exact topic when I used to stream early on. When I used to do drip and then early on whatnot days. But I used to just sit here and explain to people how like early this Star Wars card market is. Like extremely, like how early we are. That you guys have no idea how it's not normal. This is like don't get used to how easy it is for you to buy boxes of Galaxy or buy this for your shop, buy that for the shop. Right now, dude, and I do this for a living. It is so hard for it used to take me maybe an hour to 2 hours a day to do all my product hunting. And I could do it while I'm live. I could do it while I'm at the gym on the phone. You know what I mean? Now, dude, I'm lucky if I could find $1,000, $2,000 worth of product to buy from any website, any eBay seller, any local shop, anywhere that is actually worth getting. Because
Right.
and it's like a weird thing. It's like I'm happy for it because that means the market's going up, the hobby's going up, but it's also making it harder for me to like be a part of it because now it's like before I used to buy half a case of high tech, right? And like in 2-3 days it'd be all gone, and that's normal. Now I get half a case of high tech because of the price. It's there for 2-3 weeks,
Exactly.
and that is like
It's not good.
once you start looking at profit margins and all that, it starts to look really scary. And that's why, and I'm just being honest with you guys right now. As a streamer,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. I'm not saying I'm scared, but it's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying my best to like look at the playing field. I look at everything like a game of chess. And what's my best possible move? And no matter how many times I run the simulation, there is no possible move within what we have going on right now.
I know.
When
I'm
it
right
comes
there
to
with
like
you.
product. It's either I start running expensive breaks that take 3 days to fill, or I start
Just what I did.
doing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why I don't break, because that's pretty much the case when it comes to anytime I do any kind of break. I just don't have that spirit, the soul to be a breaker. I'm more chill, a little like let's just hang out. I don't have like the going once, going twice, sold. You know what I mean? Kind of
that fire.
attitude.
Yeah. And I have to try really hard to do it. I have to try really hard to do it as well. And it's like not always. It's like ebb and flow. So such ebb and flow in my stream since I don't have as big a following. It's so ebb and flow. And I have to strike when the iron's hot suddenly because it's going to be suddenly hot and I need to just run full blast. And you can't even think at that point, which is tricky. But
well, it's an insane, and maybe you guys don't think about it often because you just come into the stream and you're just like, oh, what's up, Stilo, or BP, what up, Jungle, and you're like, to you guys, we're just in the office doing what we do. But I think from the back end side of things, it's a whole different story that people don't really understand. Like, again, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but there's the behind the scenes, guys. It's just this whole different world that has to all go right in order to make this part happen.
100%.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100%, dude. And that is a big struggle right now because like what you're saying, like I can't just like, dude, I sold a Percy box of Galaxy today, finally, at that $439 price. And I think I made I may not have even made anything on it. You know what I mean? Like that's how crazy it is.
Yeah.
I kind of realized I actually raised the price in my shop. I was like, oh shoot, I should have raised this. Um, and, but even still, it's not there. Not very many people are willing to spend 470 on a Percy box, like it's just so much. Like, and
Well, it's what's funny is I was watching. I don't know if you know the owner of Burbank Cards, and he was kind of like they were doing an interview at the Burbank Sports Shop, and
mhm,
then they were asking him like, "How come you guys don't do breaks? How come you guys don't do this?" And he's like, "Honestly, he's like, I advise people." And I hate saying this because I have a lot of friends that do breaks and run streams.
mhm,
He's like, I advise people to like be the most cautious when it comes to buying hobby boxes breaks in the modern market
mhm.
because of like what you're saying, that price to hit ratio is kind
Mhm.
of getting a little ridiculous.
Yes.
And that's where
Yeah.
I'm at. That's
Yeah.
where I'm at in my shop. It's like
Yeah.
a $500 box of Galaxy for someone, and then they got out of the two out of 199s and an atomic of Falcon on crate, and then a mojo of
Yeah.
the third sister. You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm. Yep.
as a seller, I try to be real as possible. I have a hard time like
Yeah.
being like, oh, next time, buddy. You know what I mean? Like
I know.
I'll see
I
you next
know.
time. Yeah.
I know, dude.
So
It's
he was
rough.
explaining that there's this
Yeah.
awkward time we're in where like everything's just expensive, but there's
Yep.
no value coming out of these boxes right now.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
again, you can hit, a life-changing card.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
say what you're gonna say next. I do want to show you guys a life-changing card.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're paying for not necessarily the value you get out of that individual box. You're paying for the opportunity to hit
Yeah,
something life changing, and you're also paying for you're supporting a streamer, and you're paying for the entertainment value of someone ripping it for you, et cetera, and so forth. I went and got the box. I took all the risks to go get it, like, and all this
yeah,
kind of stuff. So there's a lot of value rolled up into it. That's not just the resale value of the card. It's like experiential and opportunistic. So
yeah,
yeah, but go
yeah.
ahead. Did you find it?
Yeah. So AGF sent me this the other day. He came to my stream
Mm.
late night. He's like, "Did you see what I pulled?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Send it." He's like, "Look at your DMs. This is a life-changing card right here." One of one Superfractor Tom Hanks
Tom
auto. Now I'm not saying it's
Hanks.
$1 billion card, but I'm talking about some pocket change. This will change your
Whoa.
perspective on buying breaks, hitting something like this.
Yeah. Is that like a thick card, like a shadow box? Because the super is like
Uh,
inside the window right there.
yeah, it's a super thick. So if the SpongeBob 101 sold for 50, 60 grand, what do you think this is gonna do?
Oh, it's probably a six-figure card, man. Probably is.
Insane.
Yeah. Maybe not for sale, but definitely.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, we're looking at something crazy right there.
So
That's insane.
I just hope that proves to you guys that there's no real right way to do this. Like I can
Yeah.
fearmonger you guys into the ground about, oh my god, breaks you lose money or whatever it is, but then you can pull something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
again, I'm not. I'm just trying to be real with you guys. I still buy
Yeah.
breaks. I still have fun. I still support it.
Yep.
It's just, it's getting tough out here.
Yeah.
If it
Yep.
was tough for me as a buyer, it was tough for me as a buyer 6 months ago. Now it's getting tough for me as a seller, which to me,
Hmm.
I've never had that. It's weird. It's a weird place to
Yeah.
be in.
It,
Yeah.
it is. It is. And it's, yeah. Luckily, like we each have things to fall back on and like be able to create and do. But like for example, like when I'm working on a top set, I'm not making any money off that top set. You know what I mean? Not real money. Like so during that time, I'm not able to work on my own artwork that I can sell for something that will actually bring me some money. Um, but so it's an ebb and a flow. I need, because it's like right now it's like I can't fill in the gaps with like art commissions. You know what I mean? I just can't do it.
Yeah.
um so I have to rely on the breaking and the streaming, and I just have to push it as hard as I can and try to get there.
No, same. No, that's and I
So
think that's why it hurts so much.
mm-hmm,
I wouldn't say it hurts, but it's been mentally rough because it's like
it's rugged.
I love doing this, and
Mm-hmm.
starting to get to a point where it's getting a little hard to do this. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, like I raise my prices. It's like I have to raise my prices on stuff, which I don't love to do. You know, like it'd be nice if things weren't so insane. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to, once I get through like my next purchases, like I have quite a bit of stuff back here. My next few things I'm gonna do are gonna be, I'm going to try to get in some an array of more affordable things, quote unquote, some of the most affordable things that are out there that are still fun to rip and good
Well,
to
you know
get
what? Maybe
into.
we can. I do. This is something I've been actually thinking about myself, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
you can give me some insight on it.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the more like? That's what I've been trying to think. Like, what are
Mm-hmm.
we?
Well, so from my perspective, and this is where I find that there's still some ability, is in doing. It's tough. It's tough. Like I would say, like mixers can be good because you can have some lower cost boxes mixed in with a couple higher cost boxes and things like that, so you can try to get into a good price point. Um, Single box breaks running random teams on boxes like that way you can still keep running Galaxy. You can keep running things like hyperspace as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been surfing around looking at a few things. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, really, this is where breaks actually become the more affordable way to get into the hobby for people because they're not going to be buying Percy boxes as much. They're not going to be doing,
Yeah.
and we're having to charge $30-$40 a pack for pack outs.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you could just get a $15 or a $20 team from me and still have fun and engage and support a streamer. And if you have a little bit more money to spend, you can grab 3 or 4, 5 teams in a smaller break like that and raise your odds, and have a good time with your spins, engaging everybody. And then, like for me, that's what has been the best because then I can run it. I can run one back. I can run one back. I can run one back if I keep moving. So for me, I like that a lot more. It's the more fun streams too for me. Is our spins, our random team breaks, and giving people that maybe want to pay a premium to pick your team. I let them do that as well, and I think
Yeah.
that's like that was your idea that I started implementing, and it works really well. So I think that there's a sweet spot for some of that stuff still as a breaker.
Well, I think you're right in the aspect of like that's where it's gonna be. It's it's funny how it's gonna like revert like this because right now it's like, and I made this comparison before. It's like when you go to a bar,
Mm-hmm.
can you go to the grocery store and get a case of beer
Exactly.
for $20? Yes. So
Yes.
then why are you at a bar buying a single beer for $20? Because it's fun. There's people here. I know the bartender. I
That's
went to high school
exactly
with that
right.
guy. Like, you get what I'm saying? So there's
Exactly.
that aspect of it. But
Exactly.
right now, people aren't seeing it that way. They're like, oh my God, why are you guys buying into breaks? But right now, it's more expensive to buy into breaks, but the market is gonna be so expensive. Like Jungle
Soon.
said, the cheapest way in is to
Yeah.
buy break. Because right now,
Yeah.
when I go to Burbank, it's all sealed hobby boxes. They don't have one of every hobby box open up for packs. They don't
Mm-mm.
have a wall of singles from the latest set where you can just
No.
buy singles for your binder.
No.
No, it's a $600 hobby box, a $700 smuggler's box, $400 galaxy box.
Yeah.
And if you want a single card from it, you're gonna have to spend $400 plus tax to get that single card.
Mm-hmm.
If it's in there.
If it's
The
even in
best
there.
way
Yeah.
to even be a part of it is to go on Tony's stream and buy a $32 pack. You can buy 4 $32 packs and technically get all 4 hits
Mm-hmm.
for a fraction of the price if you could have bought all the whole box. So
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying. It's right now it's a little bit more expensive to support the streamers, but in about 3 months it's going to be like this.
Yep.
Where it's going to be
Yeah.
cheaper just to support the streamers.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
cheaper right now. You know what I mean? But you know, I absolutely get where you're coming from, you know. And again, breaks versus buying, you know, Percy boxes in our stream as well. That's for like your premium person who was really trying to drop some coin, and we reward that too. Doing spin breaks is better for everyone, you know, in a lot of ways, like to get into the hobby and products.
It's technically more fair, yeah, in my opinion.
It's more fair. It's more fun. It's better for your breaker. It's kind of the way. Like I'm sitting here going, I might never run a pick your character ever again or pick your team ever again. You know what I mean? Unless people are seriously calling for it, or on big drops and we're doing case breaks, or like new drops and we're doing case breaks. So
yeah,
but we're also, you know, there is some branch out opportunity too. Like, you know, I think you're going to see, you know, obviously, you know, Stelo's been doing this for a while with different stuff he's interested in. I think you're going to start to see that from me a little bit more as I can free up some of my thinking power. Because right now I'm not putting my thinking power into my stream. I'm putting it into my art. But that's going to change here in June, you know, and I'm going to be starting to think about the landscape a bit more for my stream. But
yeah.
in the summer, prices always adjust to some point. What do you mean, Ken? Which direction do they adjust? Which way do they go?
Yeah.
Do you think stuff's going to come back down when the summer hits?
Summer usually settles things.
A lot of these sealed products that we're seeing, that's kind of crazy. Like
most stocks, housing, everything set. I think housing actually goes up because everyone moves in the summer, but most things go down.
mm-hmm.
It's a known thing in retail.
Yeah.
It's called the summer slowdown.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people allocate their money to more barbecues, family time, pool parties, not so much you know, distractions.
Yeah.
Or rewards. A lot. I know during the school year, a lot of people don't realize a lot of the gifts people are buying their kids are rewards for like good grades, sports accomplishments, and all that kind of. So there's a lot of factors that play into the thing. And during the summer, it's a lot more family oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think that like bar aspect that you're talking about, that virtual bar, virtual cantina aspect that like we have, is like, you know, something that people will keep coming to, you know. And
yeah,
I remember June and July actually being really good for me still on stream as a streamer, but then August was my big slowdown. August was my tough month, and September too. August was like kind of mixed, but mixed bag. But September, when people were starting school back and everything, and locking in, and October picked way back up, and etc. But yeah, no, I was the retail manager at the climbing gym that I worked at, and so like I watched all that as well. So I've seen it happen in that context as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm excited to see like what that means for us, because that means that we might be able to, you know, lower some prices for some people and do some fun things there. Because I would love for us to be able to have hobby boxes, Percy boxes in our stream for, you know, under $300. You know,
I mean, we
that
could
would be
have,
cool.
but they decided to release a set called Smugglers.
Dude, I know. Which has been like, it's been like such a double-edged sword, because it's a great product. Like it's a great set.
It's an amazing product.
But it's it was weird to drop this one and Masterwork back to back. I don't think that was necessarily the wisest thing. I could be wrong, but
and I do want to point out though, guys, this is, I don't know if this could be good news to some of you, bad news, I don't know, depending on what you guys like, but it seems like this is a pattern that I've picked up on, and for some reason they did EQL for pre-order, but it doesn't seem like they're doing EQL for the actual drop.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I don't know what you guys think about that, but
that is a pattern, isn't it? Isn't that something that they've done with other sets where they do an EQL drop and then they don't?
I have no idea because I was just going through the release calendar and like Disney has an EQL for the pre-order.
For the
I don't
pre-order,
know
yeah.
if it's EQL pre-order, but Topps Finest for the actual drop is EQL. So I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
huh.
know.
Okay, so then that breaks the pattern. Maybe it's just like an update thing where it's like that's closer to like now and they've got that updated and um
Maybe they just like to keep us on our toes.
the reality is though, Joel, you say fear masterwork prices will kill so many of the casual collectors. Masterwork is not for the casual collector.
Nah, yeah, no.
So that's
Dude,
the thing.
I'm predicting it right now, guys. Very few masterwork breaks are going to be happening.
100%.
It's gonna be like 3 days where it's gonna be fun, and then it's gonna be like, holy shit, where the hell did these things go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because to this day, guys, and I'll sell you $10 right now. Name me one person you know that got fucking hit on the EQL.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
They didn't even run the product, bro.
That's you know what, dude. I hate to be that conspiracy theorist, but I've been telling myself that these motherfuckers didn't give shit to anybody. It was 100 cases.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it probably was basically nothing.
Because like,
Yeah.
and again, this is another thing that I was talking to Tony about because so the first drop that I was ever really a part of with EQL was
SpongeBob?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh.
So that came out on EQL, and I was confused. I was like, hey, whatever. And then I didn't hit, so I called all my local shops. I called like 5 shops. I was like, hey guys, like, do you have Deadpool Wolverine today? It just came out. Like, oh no, any set with EQL we're not getting for a couple weeks later now. So now any set that releases an EQL, local shops don't get day one because
That's
it's
boo
in the
boo.
EQL. So I'm like, dude, so I'm not going to be able to get sets day one because of EQL now, which is
That's doo
fucking crazy.
doo.
Because now all the shops that I asked about masterwork, they said no one's getting masterwork in shop.
Yeah.
No one has allocated masterwork. From the 5 shops that I go to, no one has, and they all get everything.
Clown nose, dude. Black clown nose. That's so stupid. I don't understand the logic behind some of it. Maybe it's just that I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish that we can. What we need to try to do is we need to try to find a tops higher up that is in charge of like strategy and marketing and etc. At the national and just like we need to try to find somebody. I'm so curious about the inner workings and be like, what are y'all thinking about? What are you thinking about? You know, like what are you guys doing? Somebody that's willing to leak us that information, like, um, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It just seems like they're running a helter skelter show over there. Like they're just like, like you know, like they're literally just like. Because, like, okay, for example, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to give any details here publicly like this, but I have reason to believe that they are trying to push up more value oriented, not, I mean, comparably, push sets up to get things released faster because they realized running Smugglers and Masterwork back to back was a huge L. Like, they now have looked at that and been like, maybe that was a stupid idea. Like, yes, it was not a good idea for a lot of the collectors because your big box shops are charging way too much for the stuff that should be like easier to buy, you know, $150 to $200. Where's that range of product? It doesn't exist for us to even buy. Like we have to spend more than 200 to get into anything. I should be able to find boxes for $150 still, you know, 175, but I can't, you know, and that's not right. And then you're going to run these back to backs. Anyway, they've realized that the market is too expensive right now and they're pushing sets up. I know they're doing this.
You think so?
100%. 100%. I know for a fact they are. Yeah. I don't know I don't necessarily know that they've read the landscape and are reacting to the fact that they made a mistake by doing that, but I do know that they're pushing sets up. I do know that.
Yeah.
So my reasoning and my opinion on it is because they have read the landscape and realized it was stupid. But that's just my opinion on that. It could be that, they got pressure from some other area and they had to move stuff up and it was just like a scheduling thing, that could also be a factor. That could also be the only reason, you know. But
Yeah.
I do happen to know that the Star Wars, specifically the Star Wars fanatics, people that we have met and talked to, really care about it. They like actually really care about it. So that's hats off to them. I love those people. It's not them, Those people are great. It's the higher up stuff that always creates a problem for the people who care, So
Shit.
oh
Are you
well.
frozen? Mic
No.
muted.
I was reading this Benjamin. Yeah, that's the one. That's nasty. That's nasty. Hold, brothers. Hold. It depends on if you what your situation is, but I would hold it if you can. Personally, that's my opinion.
Hodl?
Yeah, hodl that stuff, dude. The whole TCG market has become impossible to collect and step into. I don't think it's impossible.
It's expensive.
It's expensive, but
Very, very expensive.
it's not like it used to be. It's not like when you go to Japan and you can just buy packs for $1 or $2 or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, Japan, I feel like they have some things figured out over there in terms of they're very ahead with certain things compared to the rest of the world. I think they're also really kind of struggling to get people to live there and to move there and be there. Like people are leaving, but
Really?
I think so. Yeah, I heard that they're struggling with population or something like that. They've had a
Oh,
population
shit.
decline. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I honestly wouldn't know.
and not enough people are like having children from like our generation to like replenish the population. So it's starting to get a little scary economically over there. That's why actually if you go over there right now, it's really cheap. Like when we were there, it was really cheap. Do you remember that?
Yeah, dude, it's extremely affordable. As a
Yep.
foreigner to hang out there for a little bit, yeah.
Yep.
It's scary affordable.
Yes. You remember that sushi meal that we had where you were like,
Mm.
I'm going to pick up the tab for everybody. And I was like, kind of raised the eyebrow. I was like, bro, thank you so much. And then we looked at it, was like $20
Yeah.
for the entire table.
Bro, no, we had two different booths with 8 total people. It was 8 of us. And then we all ordered sushi for like an hour or 2 hours.
We were
I was like, all right,
nonstop.
guys, I'm gonna pay for everything. And I go to the thing, it was $28. I was like, all right.
Oh my gosh. How you guys keep the doors open?
And
But
we were
yeah,
drinking alcohol, everything.
dude, yeah, it was crazy. It blew my mind. I'm like, wow, we should just move to Japan. Like homogenous culture, different from here for sure. Yeah, man, I loved it. There were parts that I got irritated about at times, but overall, I loved it. I'll definitely go back. Japan's one of those places where I'm like, dude, sign me up. I'll go right back. There's a lot that I wanted to do while I was there that I didn't get to do. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Vic, that's how much it was. You were there that night, weren't you? I don't know. Maybe she wasn't. I thought she was. Yeah. Yeah, it was sick.
Wait, what the fuck?
What happened?
Oops.
Oh no.
Oops. No, nothing.
Oh,
I just
no.
missed something.
Oops, we just made up everything we just talked about on this stream. None of it's real. We fabricated all of it.
Yeah. Yo, Herc, are you in chat? Is Herc here?
Probably. Oh wait, we missed a comment here about the hobby expenses. It's become literally impossible to the average Joe to habitually spend money in today. Ah, ah. You just accidentally launched Rocket League because same.
Oh no.
Herc is
Yo,
here.
Herc, look
Why?
what I'm gonna DM you right now. Check the group chat.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. So don't grade any of my vintage cards. Just keep them all together raw because they'll be worth more as a set raw, probably. I wanted to double back to that because but because that's what I was planning on, keeping all of them raw as a set, and then just pulling out a few and having them autographed and slabbed, and then either sell the set with that. Like it's like if you buy this card, you're going to get the set or whatever. I don't know. I've just been considering different possibilities for it. It's going to get vaulted for a while anyway. But
Yeah. Sorry, just some random shit that I've been working on started going crazy right now. It's stream related. Don't worry.
Oh. You have a stream tonight?
I don't know yet. I have a lot of I've gone really into the TCG side of things.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Fuck it. I'll just show you guys what just got put out. So there's this
Here we go.
anime called Solo Leveling that Herc and Ken put me onto. And they just
sick.
announced solo leveling cards.
Bandai.
And I'm about to go crazy with these.
So this is the same company that's doing One Piece, right?
One Piece, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm getting into like the Pokemon One Piece solo leveling. I'm already buying boxes. I haven't been buying Star Wars because I've been buying TCG stuff, and I'm gonna start doing TCG streams. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, for sure. What is all that? What do we got? Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
So these have an exclusive promo pack in there, and it's 9 total cards that you're going for, and each pack comes with 3 of them, and they come in sets. And one of the sets, this is a $50 box, but one of the sets in here is worth like $160. So you have like you have a 1 in 3 chance from turning this box from $50 to $160. So that's the game with these right here.
That's a good and that's a good reason to rip because the odds are pretty good.
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah, and it's fun. Yeah, I like ripping Pokemon, and I like ripping TCGs because it's just like it's a lower barrier to entry on stuff, and the fun factor is super high. So we're having this conversation about the mega boxes. We need the Star Wars mega boxes, dude. But yeah.
I mean, have you seen the Harbor Freight with the Costco boxes now?
Harbor Freight has them?
Yeah.
I knew that Ace was getting them.
Ace Hardware.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that had happened a few times. I'm like, what? Where are these coming from? Yeah. You know how many Superfractors are still missing that are in those Costco boxes? There's so many.
Someone just pulled one the other day. So
yeah, Joel, Unlimited, the art on Unlimited is going up a lot. They're actually making a lot of good decisions with Unlimited. Like the Carbonite packs for Lawless and like some of the new ways that they're doing this. These are great. Like these are super fun to open. There's a prestige in every pack, and there's 3 different levels, and there's like a base one, a foil one, and a numbered foil. And then there's showcases that you could hit as well. And that market has been pretty rock solid. The showcase market for those. But also the layout of their booster packs has gotten better. So if you buy a Lawless, you're getting a guaranteed hyperfoil in every single pack. And so that's like, you're getting one. You don't know what it's going to be, obviously, but like with the others that they didn't have that. The layout within the pack, the booster pack, is a little bit better, in my opinion. So because there's certain characters that are really desirable in their hyperfoils, big characters. Yeah, Cyber's been buying those. Yeah, Lawless is really good. It's their best. It is their best set so far. So they've learned a lot and they've kept leveling up, and the artists have leveled up. So it's been cool to see that stuff because the prestiges are like full art and they're nice. But I need to go back to looking for some of the oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? The Weiss Schwartz. I love those Star Wars cards.
Dude, those are so hard to find. Again, and it's a Japanese product.
Mm-hmm.
All these TCGs are Japanese products.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
There's something, I don't know what it is with these Japanese products. It's insane, dude. It's insane.
They've got a really good ability to print like a lot of cards. Like they've got that.
And their technology is really good too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're really efficient over there, and that's why. Having no upside down the road. Yeah, unless the card is big. Unless it's a big card. Like if it's a super auto, then or an out of 5, like you could definitely have some upside down the road. You likely will. But
what do you mean spelling this Kylo auto? What auto is it?
Well, yeah. Yeah, that depends. On card stuff that's big, like from Stellar, is really hot. Out of 25. Is it Galaxy? I think it's Galaxy. I think it's the orange 24 Galaxy.
From Galaxy 25. I mean,
it's from 24 Galaxy.
So there's two ways to look at it. I think 24 Galaxy is top 2, maybe 3 auto looks, like the
design.
Design of the auto, the whole card. I think Galaxy 24, between that and Hyperspace, I think are the best.
You're talking 24 Hyperspace or 25 Hyperspace?
24 Hyperspace. 24 Hyperspace. 24 Hyperspace, like reds, dude. Oh my god.
So I know. Nice. So
Reds
nice.
Hyperspace,
red Hyperlanes.
Auto, so nice.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think as far as a Galaxy card, it's a great thing to have in your collection, but there's going to be an out of 25 Kylo in every set for the next 10 years.
Exactly.
So you're not missing out on much. It's just the design. It's probably the best looking Kylo auto apart from the one you have, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think yours genuinely, not just because you're my boy. I think yours is one of the cooler Kylo cards, especially with the Japanese and all that stuff.
Yeah, that one stands a chance to go a lot higher. But it's because when are you ever going to see anything like that ever again? Like die cut rocket ship autograph, on a PSA 20, like you're never going to see that ever again. Like it's the only one, and there's not going to be anything even closely resembling it. So yeah. So, but to that point, Aubrey, you have one of the better Kylo autos that's out there. So that'll make a little bit of a difference for sure, but it might not make a huge difference. So if you want to offload it now to invest in something you think that will actually go up, then that would be probably a better decision. Me being in my BP brain, I'm going to switch over into my BP brain real quick, and I'm going to tell you that you should offload that to buy into something that will go up, has a more likelihood. So if you want to think of it that way, 83 Emperor. Yeah, I mean, for sure, dude. For sure. Like, I don't know which cards of his are going to be the. That's a good
Well,
question.
83 Emperor is only Ian McDermott, right? Don't they have?
Well, there's a Clive Owen autograph, but I think he's talking about like the actual vintage.
No. What I'm
Cards.
saying, I thought I've seen. Maybe it wasn't vintage. I thought I've seen a vintage, A New Hope hologram Emperor.
Yeah, it's Clive. It's Empire Strikes Back, and it's Clive Owen.
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah.
that
That's the actor.
so? Would that be first appearance of Emperor?
Yeah. So the first appearance was not Ian McDermott, but
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm saying card wise. Because what do you think was more
Oh,
important? First
that
appearance Ian McDermott or first appearance Emperor? Period.
I think they're both gonna matter,
I don't
but
I for some reason I'm thinking Ian McDermott still. I don't know
I
why.
do too. Well, because
Yeah,
he established the
that's the
character,
Emperor. Yeah, that's
right?
yeah.
So first appearance isn't always most impactful appearance, So that's one of the nuances that I think has to be taken into consideration. Especially the Emperor is probably the best example of that.
You know it's cool. It's like it's
Oh,
almost like
Clive Revel. Yeah,
you
that's the word.
can't just have these conversations with like anybody. It's like not
Yeah.
only do you have to know about cards, you have to know
Mhm.
like first appearance character. It's like obviously with sports, it's the same thing. Like, oh, this is
Yeah.
the first team they played on. This is the rookie year. It's the same level of nerdiness that it comes to these characters.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I could sit here for 2 hours and talk about like no. This guy, this is the real first appearance of this
Yeah.
character. That's not the
Yeah.
real first appearance. Is actually this card.
Right.
It's like what the
Right.
fuck are we talking about?
Well,
I love it.
and
I love it to death. But
yeah,
like
yeah.
when you zoom out
It's
and really
silly.
listen to it, it's like what?
It's
Holy
silly.
shit!
It's
Yeah,
silly.
yeah.
But, it's captivated us, so it's fun. Aubrey, you were right. I made a mistake in saying Clive. I was saying Clive Revel is the original. I think maybe I was saying Clive Owen, which is hilarious. That's definitely not the right actor. Clive Revel, um, original Palpatine. But yeah, so then my question, well, I guess it's just another observation. First appearance Anakin is actually the Jake Lloyd Anakin, um, kind of, right? Like,
Well, no.
no, because you have Force Ghost Anakin and you have
Yeah.
Helmetless Vader, where he kind of come. You already have Luke. That is that Anakin or is that still Vader? I don't know, but
Dude, yeah. Fuck, we could sit here all day, man.
yeah, for sure. I would still
And then
consider that to be Vader, but first appearance Anakin was the old actor who played the
first
real
appearance,
face,
Anakin has to be.
Force
You know,
Ghost.
it's probably the best poster.
Vader Shadow Anakin Tatooine. So you're saying Jake Lloyd? Yeah, that's what I did say, but that's what I would
No.
also.
What I'm saying is, if Jake Lloyd, I wonder if this would be the first appearance for Jake Lloyd. Is this poster? Because this was the first teaser
Yeah.
poster they ever released for the movie, right?
Probably. Yeah, I mean it's certainly iconic. It's
Yeah.
I would consider this to be first appearance Anakin.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird though because it's like, or you could consider uh Force Ghost Vader at the end of Return of the Jedi, which has been digitally remastered now, and it's the Hayden version. But
Dude,
originally,
yeah, so
it,
okay.
w- it was the
Sebastian,
Sebastian version. Yeah,
what's his last name?
I don't remember, man.
Sebastian Shaw or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, Sebastian, uh, English actor and theater director. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, I think it's Shaw. Force Ghost. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, same
Original
guy.
Force Ghost of Anakin. People say
Yeah.
that. People say that.
And you know what? How do you feel? Yeah, it's a dumb question. What do you think about the replacements? Them replacing it. Do you think that was the right move, or do you think?
I only think it's okay if you also I don't know. Yes. I think it's okay because it is within George's vision to do that. And that's the thing
Okay.
that he always talked about as you are constantly iterating to get it to a place where it has a greater continuity, and a greater feel and a greater this and that. And that's George's philosophy. So yes. However, I want to be able to still look at and reference those other iterations and understand the lineage and the story of how things were made. So
Yeah. I never think of that. I didn't think about that. That's literally just solves it. It's George Lucas's vision. It's literally whatever he wants. It doesn't
mhm,
matter.
yeah, because he remastered the original trilogy and re-released it in theaters. That was George, you know. Um,
Yeah.
that was George, and in doing that, it set them up to be able to do the Phantom Menace because they were working on the Phantom Menace at the same time, basically. You know, that
Yeah.
movie they worked on that movie for so long. They were like inventing new ways to do things. They were inventing CGI, like you know what I mean? Like Pixar was born out of George Lucas's vision, like all of that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting to watch him and that whole team, the Industrial Light and Magic team, like make Star Wars, like have to learn a lot of things, invent new things, and then go into other projects where they had to solve other problems, and invent new ways of doing things, and then come back to Star Wars and have leveled up, and then go again, and then go back out and work on other projects, and then come back. It was the same team that did all this stuff, Terminator, and freak so many movies. I mean, I'm blanking on the Poltergeist, like all these crazy movies that had like problems to solve that we'd never seen solved in film before. And George always really liked to work with all of those innovators, and that's what Industrial Light and Magic is. That company, you know, those creators, those guys are the special magic makers right there, of Star Wars.
Yeah.
The Phil Tippett's, the Doug Chang's, the Ralph McQuarrie's, you know, all those behind the scenes people that were the creators, the puppet makers, um, the people who were building new, like camera, uh, accessories and things that they were using to try to shoot things the proper way. Those guys are all geniuses, man. Like it's crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And what's cool though for me, that's what the way most people when they see like Anthony Daniels or when they see Hayden Christensen freak out, that's
Mhm.
how I freak out over those guys.
Yeah.
So when we went to Rebel Scum Con, seeing Sam Witwer amazing, seeing
Yep.
Bo-Katan amazing, all that stuff was amazing. But the second I ran into the dudes who made the Slave One, the Sandcrawler, like literally, dude, my
Yeah.
body melted.
Yep.
I think it was a little rat. I think he had to come up to me. No, it was Swinsky. He had to come up to me
Mhm.
and tap me on the shoulder and kind of like snap me out of it, like, hey, come on,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But I was like, he had with one of the original models of the Sandcrawler sitting there,
Mhm.
the one
Yep.
he had hand built, and I was just like
Mhm.
staring at it for like 20 minutes straight.
Yeah.
And to me, that is the real like superheroes of Star Wars
Yeah.
is the group of ILM, and I say this all the time. The ILM documentary is the best single documentary Disney has ever put out, other
100%.
than the Walt Disney ones. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
great, but the ILM shit is if you watch it, and most people haven't watched it, and they don't realize how important George Lucas is to modern entertainment. And I don't
Yeah.
want to get down that whole rabbit hole, but the only reason why I'm able to sit here and talk to Jungle on a digital video connection right now is because of Star Wars. And
That's right. That's
yeah,
exactly right. Yeah.
that's
Yeah. It's
insane.
crazy. Yep. Absolutely. Um, things that it's easy for us now and we take for granted. Yeah. Light and Magic is the name of it, is the name of the documentary or docu-series. Um, yeah. I mean, getting to, dude, I had one of the most fun and beautiful conversations that I've ever had with Lauren Peterson and Roger Christian. And Lauren Peterson is like one of my creator heroes, like in that area. And he was like, he was having this conversation with me forever and ever about, he was telling me like, oh, we would like, it was like, it felt like he was my granddad. You know, I felt like my grandpa was telling me the trade secrets, you know, and he was like, oh, yeah, we try to solve a problem with something that is within 40 feet of you at any given time. And I was like, whoa, that's like a really cool principle to live by. And it's like, instead of thinking, oh, I got to go way out here and go get this or go buy this from the store, do I have something within my grasp to be able to solve the problem at hand? And I was like, yo, that's so cool. That's what I mean. It's like I built this card stand, you know what I mean? And I built it without buying really anything else. I went out in my garage and looked around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so many things. Like, this is a recycled,
Yeah.
this cart I built was all recycled. That is something I had in my garage. Like, this my card box, it's all built out of stuff that's like I found and recycled. And like, that's like a part of how I kind of live my life. Like that Adam Savage, Lauren Peterson, like build it and solve it, build it and solve it. And I have a good time doing that. So those are the Star
Everybody,
Wars people. That's what Star Wars
yeah,
is, you know?
yeah. What Aubrey Briggs says, Light and Magic,
Yeah, that's the name of the docu series that we were just talking about.
bro. If we ran, do yourself a favor, just watch it. Just
And
watch.
if
It's 2 seasons. It's like 5 episodes, 6 episodes each.
I have
I think
cards,
maybe 4.
I
Yeah.
have cards set aside for some of these people to sign. Like, I am sad that I did not get Lauren Peterson's autograph while I was there. I I just got I have Rogers. I have Rogers on a card in my case. On Luke assembling his lightsaber. I have Rogers on that. And that's cool to me. That has a lot of value to me because it's like Roger Christian built the first lightsaber for the original movie. And to me, like Roger Christian is the Luke assembling his lightsaber, you know, with the Force. Like that's really cool. He took a piece from here, a piece from here. Oh, that piece would be cool. Let's see if we can fit these pieces together. And he made something completely new out of
Yeah.
common items. And he also built R2D2, you know, and R2's on that card too. So that card has a lot of value to me in that regard. I have an N1 Starfighters card set aside for Doug Chang to sign, you know, whenever I get to go meet him. You know, he's the Ralph McQuarrie of the modern Star Wars era. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
he's designed so many fun ships and
Coruscant.
all of
Naboo.
yeah. I mean, yeah, so many things. He's such a brilliant artist. And I love him too because if you listen to him talk, he's like he throws his hat over the fence. He doesn't even know if he's going to be able to do it or not. And he's like, but I'm going to try and believe that I can do it. Believe that I can uncover it. Believe that I can get there.
Yeah.
And I love that, you know, it's like, I'm going to throw my hat over the fence, not knowing how I'm going to go get it, you know? And I love that because it's like, that's how my experience has been with being a top sketch artist. I'm just going to like try and see what happens, you know, and then try like hell at it, you know. It doesn't mean that I'm not gonna um work really hard in the process, you know, but
Yeah.
it's and then here I am like about to wrap up my first set and it's yeah, it's been really fruitful for me and I'm really excited to get to share it with everybody, you know. And it's because I was bold enough and courageous enough to just try it and risk failing and then sit down and go, I'm about to put my first mark on a card that's a licensed card that says Star Wars on the front of it. You know what I mean? Like And I am this arrogant to say, to say that I can actually sit down and do something awesome on it, and it's not arrogance, it's confidence, but there's definitely a little bit of that arrogance that creeps in. That's like, I don't know if I can do it, but I believe I could do it. And so I
Yeah.
got to try. But no, yeah, you have to believe in yourself, if you have something you want to do. Have you seen Ralph McQuarrie's website? So many great prints, and a lot of his signed as well for cheap. Oh, that's dope. Ralph McQuarrie is one of the great legends of modern art. Period. Like, period. The dude is so crazy. All of those artists
Yeah.
doing the matte paintings and stuff that they were doing at the time before CGI allowed you to build,
I would, bro, imagine
landscapes.
owning an OG mat.
I would love to, man. I would absolutely love to.
That'd be nuts.
Nutty. Nutty.
Yeah. But
We've done
yeah,
it.
that's the 2 hour mark. I mean, I'm not in a rush to get out of here, but floor's open to the chat. I know we probably missed a bunch of comments. That was a really good 2 hour. We talked about a lot, dude. We talked about a lot, guys.
We had a full plate today, and we ate. I think we all ate. So
I believe as in Stranger Things. Sorry, I mean
I
yawn in
believe.
your faces.
Yeah, they probably don't. There's probably not that many out there. The matte paintings. Um, it's crazy.
I can't imagine what they're going for, dude.
Yeah, probably were trashed. Like a lot of them probably were. But there's probably like a treasure trove somewhere. We got to find it. We got to do fanboys too. We got to basically all load up into a van and like try to break in and
There's no way.
treasure hunt, dude. We got to treasure hunt the matte paintings.
Okay, good news. They're all held at the Lucasfilm archives.
Beautiful.
All
That's
right, so
great
they're
news.
not like the Dragon Balls just scattered around the world, and we have to find them.
Well, as fun as that would be. Yeah. Joel's living the good life right now, dude. Joel's living the good life.
Bro's rich. I can't even pronounce that food.
Bro's buying tiramisu and superfractors, listening to the Superfractor show like a gangster. Yeah. I know the high value. Wait, what'd you say about the difference between modern and vintage? I want to know Hercules' perspective on this. In terms of what BP was saying, for me personally, I like modern cards more than vintage, but I know the high
Same.
value is in vintage. Yeah,
I
I
agree.
mean, yeah, I'm there too. I'm certainly there, but I mean, dude, there's something definitely about this that's just like, this is like a PSA 4, but like, it's going to get an auto and a slab, and it's going to be great. It's a beautiful card to put an auto on. This is certainly in way better shape than some of the ones we saw at the national that were signed and slabbed. This one's in way better shape than those. I'm not sure about yours, comparably, but
Mine's like a 3 at
yeah,
best.
yeah. I'd have to
Mine's
compare
ass.
yours, but mine looks pretty darn good. The color's really good. Obviously the centering is definitely off, but it's a good looking one. We're gonna raid Skywalker Ranch. Sick. That's what they did in Fanboys.
Herc's opinion is stupid.
We don't value it. We think it's dumb, and we need you to shut up. Kidding. We love you. We love you, Hurt. What do we think? Just in closing, I'm just curious about these casual points. Ahsoka season 2 got pushed back into early 2027. I know that disappointed a lot
Good.
of people.
No
Is that
disappointment
is that so you're saying it's good? Why is it good?
Well, okay, I jumped the gun. I don't know why they're pushing it back,
Right.
but if they're pushing it back in order to give us a better, more true to Star Wars product,
Yeah.
I will wait longer. And I have to say that because I have been the one preaching I don't need a Star Wars project every year. I just need a good Star Wars project every now and then.
Yeah.
And I can dissect that for the next 2 years. I don't mind doing. We've
Yeah.
been doing this with A New Hope for 50 years now. We've been dissecting the same fucking movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give us a good project. I will wait. I think I tell people, make an animation every year. Cool. If a new season of the Clone Wars wants to come out every year, I'm all for it. But when it comes to movie theaters, give us a trilogy. And if it takes you 10 years to make it, take 10 years to make it.
Yeah.
So if you guys are pushing back Ahsoka because the CGI just needs to be 3% better, I'm down.
Do it.
Even if
Yeah.
it's
Or
1% better, 3% better, whatever it is.
yeah. Yeah. Or they're
The
trying
writing,
to
the lighting, the reshoots, the
the
costumes,
reshoots.
it's
Yeah.
not to the standard of what the new Dave Filoni verse is going to be, then
Yep.
then push it back.
I
It's
think
like
that's what they're
GTA.
doing.
They
Yeah.
keep pushing back GTA, but they really want to give us a good product.
Yep.
It could flop still, but
Yeah.
hey.
No, I don't think it will, and I think that you're right about that. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
Oh, there.
I think you're right. Like if we're looking at okay, we're pushing it back because we still are doing. We needed to go do these reshoots. We saw the edits and we didn't like what it looked like. We're gonna reshoot this. The budget's already low. We made sure that the initial budget was low on purpose so that if we could so that okay, so this is a perspective to have. Dave is new to directing live action, right? And so he's learning a lot of lessons, a lot of valuable lessons. He's a master at animation. Like that, make no
Mm-hmm.
mistake about it. That is the fact. So one of the things that Sam Witwer told me was that the difference with the Maul Shadow Lord show was that they were able to watch iterations of it and go back and build on it and reiterate it. That makes it better, right? That makes it a better product when you do that. So
Well, I don't. It's just a quick comment on what you just said
mhm,
about Marshall. Just to pay attention, they showed the first episode, like a quarter of it, Celebration last year.
mhm,
So they worked a year on post production to make that show what it is today, and it
mhm.
took. That's just a year. It's
Yep.
only 8 episodes, 10 episodes, whatever the hell it was. All right, back to what you're
Yep.
saying.
Well, and so what I was saying is that I think they might be trying to approach that more with live action by starting with a smaller budget and being able to build in reshoots once they see an iteration. And George did this too. George, they would all go sit down and watch it, and then they would reiterate it. That's why Phantom Menace took so long, you know. And he wasn't he was
Yeah.
operating on the outside uh, of the walls of the stereotypical Hollywood, right? He wasn't having to follow all the money and follow all that crap and crank out a product that isn't up to snuff. He was just going to take his time on it and reiterate it and reiterate it. And I think that Lucasfilm is starting to be able to get back to that reiterative space creatively, which is good for our Star Wars products. We're not going to get the Boba Fett's. We're not going to get the Obi-Wan Kenobis, which are half baked. We're going to get real cooked product like Maul Shadow Lord, and I think that that's what they're trying to do with Ahsoka season 2, because there's a lot of stuff that was pretty darn baked with Ahsoka season 1, but there was some half baked stuff in there too. And that kind of leavened the whole lump for a lot of people. It was like, man, they didn't really stick the landing with some of this. Like some of it felt really clunky. And it came down to editing and it came down to reshoots. There's some stuff that I would have reshot for sure. I can look at it and be like, this is why I would reshoot this scene. And I would make Natasha do this scene again. She's not moving fluidly enough. She's not moving right. It's not shot right. If you're going to do a singular shot of a sequence of things she's doing, she needs to smooth that shit out. It needs to be better. This is Sabine Wren we're talking about. Like she's going to be moving way better than that. And there were good moments with her. But if you watch her in Rebels, she's flowing all over the place. And it's like, there's no reason why she should have been choppy with her footwork and approaching this enemy, then this enemy and stuff like that. It's like, no. You need to smooth that out, or you need to shoot it John Wick style where you snap the camera and have her do the next thing quickly, So I think they've learned from some of those mistakes, and I hope that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We do got a big Thursday next week. So
What's
big
big?
Thursday next
What's
week.
big about next Thursday?
Mando Grogu.
What's big about that?
I guess
Star
never
Wars back
mind.
in theaters. Star Wars back in theaters, and it's how many years has it been?
No,
Is it
7
eight,
now.
7 or 8? Yeah. Um, yeah. I expect to have fun in the theater. Um,
But do you think this is before or after they learned their lesson?
with the Mandalorian movie,
Yeah.
I think that. So here's the speculation that I have heard about the movie that I've said this, but I definitely don't agree with people saying this because I heard Jon Favreau specifically speak to this. They asked him to make a movie. He had already written scripts for season 4. He shelved season 4 scripts and he wrote a fresh movie. So it was made from scratch for the movie theater. Now, it was also shot and built practically like a Star Wars movie. They did not use the volume very much because I've heard a lot of people be like, it's just going to be a Mando season crammed into a movie. That's actually not what it is at all. It was shot on location. It was shot with practical effects. They used other technology. They did not shoot as much of it in the volume, like they did with the show. Um, I do think it's going to be a lot better than what people give it credit for, and I do think that they've marketed it extremely well. I think it'll do better in the box office than what was speculated, and I think it'll be a great movie. I think it also has some hidden secrets. I don't think Lucasfilm has told us very much about some of the stuff that's in it. Um, I think that there's going to be some twists and turns and things that we haven't seen yet. So those are the things that I'm excited for. I think it's going to be the best movie in theaters since Rogue One from Star Wars.
I can see that.
Yeah. So
I can see that.
better than TLJ, better than Solo, better than Rise of Skywalker. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. We've talked about watching the movie and then coming here and doing the stream after having watched the movie. The thing that I think the big struggle I see with that is that we're going to have spoilers. Do we want to have spoilers? Like, how do we run that for people? We've talked about this a little bit, but I want to give people a heads up.
Yeah, I think we just don't talk spoilers. I think we just thumbs up,
Yeah.
thumbs down, or you know what I mean? I don't want to have like a whole discussion about it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want anyone in the chat to know more than me is basically what I want.
That's on par. Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, yeah, I'm excited for it, man. I need to actually buy my tickets. I haven't bought my tickets yet. I was contemplating. I needed to talk to Rachel and see what she wanted to do. I know we have a babysitter lined up, I think, but yeah, I might not be able to go see it in Dolby Digital the first time, but I'm gonna do the best I can for the first one, and I'll probably see it twice. So it would be cool if we all went together at the end of June if it's still in theaters. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, dude, it's LA. There's always a movie theater playing some movie that's been out for a month or two.
I would just throwing that out there. I would love to go to a movie with some friends again.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I want to say I think it's probably been 20 years since I've been to a movie with some friends, so that would be cool.
Yeah, I'm down.
Especially Star Wars. Like, yeah.
Are you going live on Whatnot today?
Not today. Like we filled and finished our break. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll have the back half of the case. I'm trying to decide how I want to run it. It'll probably be something totally different than what I've been doing. Actually, I'm watching Synth run one right now, or I was earlier in the day. He's still probably running right now.
Let's see.
He was doing
Yeah, he's
a
still.
full case of Smugglers random spins on characters 130 list. So I might do that. I might actually do that because it'd be like just that, but like cut in half. Be a
Yeah.
lot more fun and cheaper for everybody. So I think that might be the move. The move.
All right. Well, shit. So yeah, it's been. I think this is our longest stream yet, 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But shit. Yeah, that's it for me. But
Yeah.
I appreciate all you Murasukas, all you guys in chat.
The last thing I want to say, this is a little PSA. Benjamin mentioned it earlier.
Oh yes.
Impersonators of myself and battle packs and other breakers and streamers have been going around scamming people in the different Discord servers, not just mine, but others as well. Vet those accounts. If anybody is trying to do a deal with you as me or battle packs or anyone else that is a bigger name, if you're not dealing with us directly and you're doing it for they're doing it for someone else and I'm just a middleman, they're scammers. Report them and ban them. We are putting new rules, guidelines, and moderators into place in my server, just so you guys know. And I'm going to be changing and updating my profile so you guys can so it'll be a little bit harder to impersonate me moving forward. So
yeah. And my Discord will be ready by like Monday. I've been working really hard on a new server, and I think you guys will enjoy it. I think you guys will enjoy it.
Heck yeah.
You guys will enjoy it. But yeah.
Very good. Very good. Thank you guys so much. We love you. Thank you for joining us. And we're gonna keep coming. We're gonna keep coming. We have a lot of fun with
next Thursday, 6 o'clock PST. All right, boys. I might be on Whatnot. I might go back live on YouTube. I don't know. I'll send out notifications. I'll let you guys know.